Hey guys, welcome to Gaming Delight Sport Content. Today we are here on podcast number one. We are talking a little bit about the NCAA basketball tournament or season, which actually kicks off on November 4th. So, guys, what are we looking forward to? What teams are you looking forward to? And what teams do you think are going to be the best teams in college basketball this season? I know you have to be careful with Duke because Duke in the ACC might have a chance, to maybe play well this year. But I don't know. There's more teams in the ACC than Duke, and I got to tell you guys right now, it's going to be a great year of college basketball, and it all kicks off on November 4th. So, actually, guys, what are we going to talk about here on episode 1 of our podcast? Well, we are absolutely just momentarily a couple more weeks away from college basketball from the men's and women's basketball season. And, there's a lot to talk about. And we're not going to talk about everything tonight, but we're going to actually switch up stuff that we will be talking about in tomorrow's or in our next podcast a week from today. So each week we're going to do something a little bit different. This week we're just talking about the start of the season. And who do you guys think is going to be a great team this year? Who do you think is going to win it all? And with the season just getting started, guys, who do you think is going to be the best college team of NCAA? I mean, there's so many good colleges out there. It's hard to keep up with everybody. You either get teams from Memphis to Louisville to Kentucky. Kentucky and Louisville are great rivalries. Even Cincinnati and Xavier, those two teams don't like each other. And did you see that one game, like a couple years ago, with that big brawl that took place? That was unnecessary. In my opinion, I think what should happen is, if you're playing basketball, and you feel like you're going to start fighting or causing a fight, then you have to start backing off a little bit, because it's not really mature to start fighting with your own teammates. And I'm sorry if you guys disagree with me, but fighting with your own players and own teammates, that's a little rough, okay? It's like they act like little kids, So there's so much going on, guys. There's a lot of good games coming up. Let me tell you guys something. Who is going to be on part 1 of college basketball? We're going to just name some of the games that will be played in season week 1 of college hoops. Plus the NBA will be kicking off this Friday, or this next Friday. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about college hoops. So let's see. Let's start off with Texas, Corpus Christi, and Purdue. Purdue's going to probably win it, but there's no doubt in my mind that Purdue's going to win. But what happens if Texas, Corpus Christi comes into Purdue and beats them? Now that would be an upset for Purdue, as they're ranked number 14. Then you take Maine and Duke. I have a feeling there's no doubt that Duke, in my mind, is going to win. Gardner-Webb and Tennessee. I would say Tennessee, because why Gardner-Webb? And then you also got Howard and Kansas. I think number 1 Kansas is going to win. There's no doubt in my mind. You get Canisius and Arizona. I think Arizona, by far. That's going to be Arizona's a great team. I'm not saying that I'm not rooting for the smaller colleges. It would be cool to see if Canisius can upset Arizona, but in my point of view, I think Arizona's going to win it. Texas and Ohio State. Well, in my point of view, I think, to tell you the truth, I think Texas might pull it off. I'm actually rooting for Texas because they're in the Southeastern Conference. I like the SEC conference. They're tough. Okay, they're tough. It's a tough conference. Baylor and Gonzaga. Who are we watching for that one? I would say Baylor and Gonzaga. I would say I want to see Baylor upset Gonzaga at the Kennel. That's what I'm rooting for. So that's just a little bit on podcast number 1 here, guys. Just talking a little bit about basketball, part 1 of season 1 of our podcast. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you a week for part 2 or episode 2 of our podcast a week from today. See you later, everybody.